Were the Wahhabi, however, influenced by the Kharijites? I must have
Kharijites.
That was my understanding of the evolution, but that they were influenced by what I had kind of heard as the first revolution of Muslim against Muslim.
That's a very interesting question, and one that we can't quite demonstrate, because the Kharijites really, from the 1st century of Islam, and they start to vanish towards the end of the 2nd century, whereas the Wahhabis originate 1,000 years later. So to prove any historic continuity is difficult. However, it's probably not coincidental that they come from the same region, which is the area known as Najd, which is the enormous area in central Arabia, central Saudi Arabia, and particularly associated with a tribe called the Tamim. The early Kharijite leaders were almost all Tamimis, and Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab was also from the tribe of Tamim, and it's possible that over 1,000 years that kind of very rigid, intolerant formalism had persisted as a possibility in Najdi religion. And there are...
I guess my understanding was that just as other scholars had gone back to earlier hadiths or earlier fatwas or earlier pronouncements, that they were able to go back to the what I always assumed was some sort of document of the revolution.
It's a comparable strategy. They are both rigorists, and they exclude as unbelievers anybody who doesn't exactly follow their own understanding. But a historian couldn't actually prove that the Kharijites that the Wahhabis come out of the Kharijites. It's the same mentality, and the Prophet sometimes spoke against the people of Najd as being people who are particularly dry, and he said things like halak al-mutanatti'un, which means the fanatics or the zealots, may they be destroyed, because he didn't like that kind of rigorous religion. And sometimes people from that region would come to him and they were particularly overtly pious and intolerant, and he would actually reproach them and advise his companions not to associate with them. One of the most conspicuous aspects of his teaching, particularly in the later years when a lot of people were coming in as new converts and hadn't got a very deep understanding, was that he wanted Islam to be a middle way, and he didn't like narrowness or rigidity. He said, in fact, in connection with a member of the tribe of Tamim who came to him demanding a particularly rigorous interpretation of the law, when the man went away, he said, there are some people who go into religion so hard that they come out the other side, like an arrow passing through its target, which is a traditional proof text against extremism and rigorism.